I was walking down Castlereagh Street in Sydney. Me, Melanie Perkins, had the new Canva project files in my hand. 10 a.m, the usual city buzz, traffic honking, people whispering. Looking for a shortcut, I ducked into a narrow side alley on the left. It looked ordinary enough. Old brick walls, bins, piles of rubbish, and a mess of wires overhead. No street sign, nothing. The second I stepped inside, a weird silence swallowed me whole. It was like an invisible wall cut me off from the rest of the world. The traffic, the crowd, it all just vanished. I was walking through a void. I checked my Apple Watch, 10:02 a.m, but then the hand started spinning backward. 2 minutes, 1 minute, then 0. My heart started hammering against my ribs. How is this even possible? I looked around. The alley just wouldn't end. The further I went, the longer it seemed to get. The walls were damp, covered in thick green moss. It felt like I was walking through a tunnel. The silence was so heavy I could hear my own breath. There was no breeze, yet my hair was flickering against my ears. It should have been 25 degrees in Sydney, but inside this alley, it was ice cold. My watch kept spinning backward. I felt like I'd only been walking for 5 minutes, but this overwhelming dread was creeping in. This place, it exists outside of time. Suddenly, I saw a massive mirror on the wall, an old, dusty piece of glass. A mirror like that had no business being in a Sydney back alley. Curiosity got the better of me, and I stepped in front of it. That's when a cold shiver ran right down my spine. The person in the mirror, it was me. But not the Melanie Perkins of today. It was me 5 years ago. My skin was smooth, no dark circles under my eyes. My hair looked thicker. No Apple Watch either, just an old analog one. Different clothes. I was looking at my own past. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. The alley had stolen my voice. I started running. 5 minutes. It felt like an eternity. The alley twisted, then went straight again. Finally, a light, the end of the tunnel. I bolted toward it, gasping for air. Freedom! I was finally getting out of this nightmare. I stumbled out onto the main road. The daylight, the sirens, the busy crowd, it all hit me at once. My chest was heaving. I checked the time, 10:07 a.m. I'd been in there exactly 5 minutes. The watch was moving normally again. I took a massive breath of relief and headed for my office. But the building, it looked wrong. The logo out front, it wasn't Canva. I rushed inside. A new face at reception. "I'm Melanie Perkins, CEO of Canva," I said. The girl looked at me like I was an alien. "I'm sorry, ma'am, there's no company called Canva here, and our CEO has been Elizabeth Reynolds for the last 5 years. My head started spinning. 5 years, I whispered. I grabbed my phone. Service no longer available. I searched for my profile online. My photo was there, but the last post was from 5 years ago. The headline read, "Melanie Perkins, CEO of Canva, mysteriously vanished in a Sydney alleyway 5 years ago." I ran back to where the alley was, but it was gone. In its place stood a massive modern shopping complex. Then I felt a scrap of paper in my pocket. I pulled it out. It was a note in my own handwriting. It said, "Melanie, you never got out. Every time you leave the alley, the world moves forward 5 years. It's an endless time loop. You're a permanent prisoner of this place." I realized then that alley was a psychological trap, a glitch in time that ripped me away from reality. I'm a woman with no present, just an eternal 5-minute journey that keeps spitting me out into a future I don't recognize. What do you reckon of that one? Does the thought of a time loop in the heart of Sydney freak you out? Ever been somewhere familiar that suddenly felt completely wrong? Drop a comment and tell me your stories. Do you want the next one to be about a deserted highway or an old theatre in Melbourne? If you liked the video, give it a share. Cheers for watching. Catch you in the next mystery. Make sure to subscribe.